Liquid IV.
Uh,
One stick of Liquid IV and 16 ounces of water hydrates faster and more efficiently than water alone.
Liquid IV has incredible hydration flavors like golden cherry, pear, strawberry, popsicle firecracker. Are you not an American if you don't ask for Liquid IV popsicle firecracker? You know what? I wish I knew a way to get Liquid IV.
Oh, you mean to get 20% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use promo code SLOB at checkout?
What? Wait, that's what?
That's 20% off of anything you order when you use promo code SLOB at liquidiv.com.
Remember, guys, that's 20% off anything you order when you use promo code SLOB at liquidiv.com.
I'm ready.
Disgusting. Hey, let it all out. Dude, that's exactly how my dog looks when they're gonna throw up.
The swallowing sound.
Oh, stop. That's disgusting. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. I apologize for that. To another episode of the Slobs on the Pod. I'm your host, Jordan Tondo. To my right, as always, the Grizzly Bear himself, my chode host, Emil.
Hello.
I love you, buddy.
I love you.
Welcome back.
We're loving early today.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
We're twirling our ankles at each
Cheers.
other.
Cheers, dude.
Are you more or less sick this week?
We could do middle. Nah, we'll just do butt to be safe.
Yeah. Ass to ass.
I'll wear a condom. Did you ever think that if you wore, like, if the girl was sick and you wore a condom, that you wouldn't get sick?
No.
No?
If she had a cold and we with a condom on, did I think that wouldn't get me sick?
Yeah.
No. Who taught you sex ed?
No, it's just a question. Mm-mm. What's something crazy you thought when you were younger?
That you couldn't get pregnant in a pool.
That you couldn't get pregnant in a pool?
Uh-huh.
I mean, kind of makes sense.
Why, though?
I don't know, because I feel like if you bust inside of her while you're in the pool, like something happens where all that water and like that big volume of space in your body, it kind of sucks.
You're forcing enough chlorine water up there during.
That also can't be good, huh? Pool sex can't be healthy, right?
I mean, have you ever done it?
No.
Yeah.
Closest I got was like a tub shower.
It's not great.
No, but I mean, like, it's not. It can't be good for the girl's body, right? Like, because I didn't think about that. You're probably just
who gives a.
Oh, dude, come on, dude. You can't do that. Women matter now.
Hey,
dude.
that's what's up, bro.
Women matter, yeah.
You heard it here in the first 2 minutes.
Damn, dude, I'm trying not to.
Emil's gone full dirtbag today.
Oh.
It's a new thing I'm trying out.
Oh, dude, I totally forgot. Did you? We haven't talked about this. Texas.
Mm-hmm. I used to live there.
I did too.
Yeah.
You need, I guess, identification now to watch porn.
No.
Yeah, it's true. And it's very true.
Not for me.
Why?
I'm saying I would never do it.
Oh. But that's what I'm saying. How big of it, like, because that's kind of a big deal. Because, okay, this is the thing. You can still watch porn. The only issue is now, in order to watch it, you have to technically make an account and you have to upload your driver's license showing.
For like Pornhub?
Yes. I guess apparently any type of porn site. Any type of porn anywhere, yeah. While you're in Texas. And yes, everyone says you can just get a VPN, which, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what everyone does, but.
So they're treating it like weed.
I guess, yeah.
Like you're on a register now. You're logged in.
Yeah.
As a porn user through your identification.
Yeah, now that's what I'm saying. And now it's like, I mean, you make an account, I'm guessing, so then I'm sure like your history of everything you're watching is going to your driver's license.
Which, like, not to get too conspiracy theorist-y.
No, let's go. Go ahead. Do it. It's a Sunday. It's Saturday. What's today? Sunday? Today's Saturday, huh?
Saturday.
Dude, this weekend's going by nice and slow. And I have Monday off.
Yeah.
Sorry.
My point is they know what you're looking at. You know what I mean? There's a reason why if someone looks at the type of porn that no one is ever supposed to look at that exists on the dark web, they get caught, right? Because there's flags and checks in place. So, like, there's IP addresses. Not many people are using like VPNs and shit just to look at porn on their phones. So it's all, I would imagine, pretty easily traceable for people who know their shit, you know?
Yeah.
If they wanted to know what I was watching and stuff. So on the surface, I don't think it's that big of, it just seems like it's more annoying than anything. I don't look at it as like,
No, yeah, definitely.
oh no, now they have, like, even with medical marijuana, like when I was younger and I didn't know where my career was going and stuff like that, and I lived in LA, I was never like, oh, no, I'm on the list. Like, I had buddies who would be like, yo, like, can you buy us weed now? Because we don't want to be like on that list. I was always like, what is gonna happen? What's gonna happen with that list? And I feel like now with them taking IDs for porn, there's gonna be a lot of people who are like, it ain't worth it. I'm trying to get a job. I can't be looking at porn. It's like, they already would have known if it was something bad. You know what I mean?
It's just an obstacle that I don't want to deal with when I want to bust a quickie. Because most times, especially now with the kid and everything, my jerk session is cut very short. You know what I'm saying? I don't got a lot of time. Mm-hmm. All right. So to add that extra step of now I have to log in or like upload, yeah, a photo. Like, dude, when I jerk off, I don't have my wallet with me. Okay, I don't have my driver's license close to me, and I probably should, but I don't have a picture of it on my phone. So like, I can't just do that. You know what I'm saying? Now it just kills my whole mood. Maybe conspiracy. Maybe Texas is trying to get people to stop watching porn, and this will kind of like, people are gonna be like,
I don't think that's a conspiracy. I clearly that's what they're doing.
Because you know what I've seen.
And they're trying to get kids to not watch it, right?
Yeah. So
like that part is, you can't really argue against that. Like, it is nuts that fucking 12-year-olds have access to porn in their pocket.
See, and the thing too is like back then for us, it wasn't like crazy because it was very rare, and it was because like I didn't find porn the way like how people explain they found it like in the forest or you know what I'm saying, like I had one incident or whatever that I found some, but like had I had it accessible like how people do today with like the internet. I think I would have gone crazy, but I don't think it would have changed me. So I don't know, that whole porn thing doesn't really make sense to me. Yeah. I know because like they say it's bad for your brain and stuff, and like, you know, something I've seen lately. I don't get on it anymore, obviously. Not Twitter. What's the one with Threads? So like, you know, if you scroll through Instagram, every now and then they'll throw like a thread account on there. So like I saw one the other day, and it was saying like ban porn, and I was like, what the hell? So when I clicked on it, there was like other threads of other people saying this. Like, it's like a thing that's going around right now. Like the cool thing to do is like not watch porn, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know if that makes sense, but like that's what they're trying to make it seem like. Because it's a lot of, if you look, it's a lot of these pages that are like influencers or gamers and stuff. Like, that's their thing, is like they're just pushing towards like banning porn. I don't know if it's like a joke or something, but I just think it's kind of crazy that with the whole Texas thing, now that's like a thing that's coming up. Because that's something I never really heard of, banning porn. Unless I just haven't been, you know, on the porn news a lot.
Yeah. I mean, in the 90s, it was like celibacy. It was like not having sex was cool. I feel like it's the same group went out of business, and now they've rebranded and come back as anti-porn.
But, yeah, okay, I see what you're saying.
Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, being a virgin's fucking cool in the 90s.
Which,
you know, for the lames.
For the fucking lames, fool.
For the fucking lames, dog.
Fucking lames, fool.
I was trying to finger at lunch, dude.
Yeah, dude.
That's not true at all.
I was thinking about trying to finger at lunch.
Exactly. I was having...
That's what was on my mind.
I was hoping every day when I walked into lunch.
That's what's normally on a kid's mind when they're cool. When they're fucking lame, they're thinking about, like, going to church and stuff.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
I went to church and jerked off, so I don't see the issue. Okay, I didn't jerk off at church, like, but I'm saying like I did those two things that are very opposites. Probably shouldn't be done, but like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Who are we to judge?
Who are we to judge? No one.
But something I want to go back on real quick, because you said this VPN, when we were talking about VPNs, how isn't VPN seem kind of like a sketchy thing? Like, because it's being sold out there, like a podcast, fucking Joe Rogan, like they all announce him as like a sponsor. And like, it's funny because the one thing they always try to say like VPNs are used for is so like, oh, if you're in Texas and you want to watch Netflix from India. You can log into that using a VPN. It's like, no. The only reason people want a VPN is so they can hide the fact of the creepy shit they're looking up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So how are we publicly
like? Look,
this seems like a sketchy thing that's going on, that it's just like public and normal. Am I making sense?
Like the shit I'm looking up now, I'm not looking up on a VPN, and the feds haven't shown up. So what do I need a VPN for? You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
I'm not saying I've been looking up crazy shit, but I'm just saying almost the like safety net of like, why introduce that to the human brain to be like, here, download this and you can look at whatever the fuck you've ever thought of.
That's pretty much what it is,
like,
right?
But maybe the things that I've ever thought of belong where I thought of them and left them, and I don't need an invitation to like bring them back out.
Yeah,
you know what
I
mean?
get what you're saying. Yeah,
That's how you get in it. Like people love watching fucking like murder videos and decapitations and shit like that.
That's me, yeah.
But that shit all stems from like when I was a kid and like Faces of Death became a thing. You know what I mean? It was like, maybe just don't expose yourself to that, and then you won't have like a thirst for it. There's levels to every fucking step down the ladder of hell.
Yeah, dude, I'm not gonna lie. I've seen some fucked up shit on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like,
a lot of people have.
It's just, and I'm not like, I'm gonna lie. After a good hour of just scrolling through these videos mindlessly, they do start to take a toll on my mental. Like, I start to feel like very depressed. I get very like, oh man, because then I start thinking about like, oh man, that's just like that family was just walking down the street and this bus ran them over. That's normal day shit. You know what I'm saying? Now that's just something I put into my head that I've seen that really did happen. Something that like one of my fears, with me and my family, that actually is proven that it can't happen.
Yeah. People
just lose, fucking, I don't know, when they're driving, they just lose it and go off the side of the road. I don't know. But like seeing that really made me paranoid to where it's like, that can happen. Yeah. So yeah, it's not good for you, but it's very interesting. I don't know. And it's not in a weird way where I find it like, oh, I fucking love it. It's just, I don't know, man. It's very like, it's interesting. I don't know how to put it without seeming like a weirdo. Let me ask you this. What's something that you've looked up that you thought, oh, this isn't like, this isn't a big deal. But as you're typing it, you're like, I don't know, man. Maybe like if I was to come up on the list, like this would be something that would be kind of
Like I probably used to when I was younger, maybe in like my 20s, like the like sexy teen shit was hot.
Okay, yeah.
And it's like I'll never click on, because sometimes they're called like teen 18 plus. Yeah. And it's like, I think I'm over that hill to be clicking on that now. You know what I mean?
Okay.
There's so many other options. I could watch 35-year-old women do everything else, and it's like less of a red flag than if I clicked on 18. But if that first thumbnail of the 18 plus doesn't look, because sometimes in the thumbnails you can tell they're trying to make this girl look younger.
Like 12?
Like she's small and they do her hair and dress her.
I don't like that.
And I'm immediately like, fuck this. Dude, but every once in a while, it's like a girl that you're just like, oh, this is just like a hot 20-something-year-old at Coachella. Yeah. And then it's like, all right, you can click on it then. But still, even if I see those, I won't now.
Dude. Yeah.
Because I'm not trying.
Dude, okay. One time, little side story, but kind of similar. One time I was talking to this chick, and we had been talking for like about a week. And at some point, she was like, we were about to hang out, and she was like, oh, just, like, I hope you really don't get mad at me, but, like, I'm actually 17.
Whoa.
And I was like, all right, I got to go. Bye.
How old were you?
I was like 21.
Okay.
But still, dude, the fact that you asked that is disgusting, Emil.
No, it's not.
I am appalled.
No, it's not, because if you would have said if you would have said 27, 28, I would have been like, obviously, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then when you say 21, yeah, again, obviously it's illegal, but like I would have judged you a lot less if you went for it at 21 versus 28 or 29. I'm not saying I would have said you made the right choice, but the level of judgment would have been much higher in your late 20s than in your early 20s.
Thank you. I respect that. Thank you. But yeah, she said that, and I was like, oh, I was like, nah, I'm not. I don't do that. And then she FaceTimed me right away, and then her and her friend were like dying laughing, and she was like, "Oh, like we're just joking, Like, I just wanted to test you to see if you're like a weirdo or anything." And I was like, honestly, that's a terrible joke, and like delete my number. Like at this point, I don't believe you at all. So I was just like, get away from me. Mm-hmm. Like I don't give a fuck if you were joking, because at that point I'm still like, nah. Because if she ever goes back on it, she's gonna be like, I did technically tell him, you know? I'll be like, fuck.
Look, read this message.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, but then she FaceTimed me. But she FaceTimed me because now it's not on record. They don't know what she said to me on Face. Damn, dude, I'm so glad. But see, no, dude, that shit's always scared me. I never want to be accused of anything even close.
They're reading the texts in court. Jennifer, LOL, I'm 17. Jordan, LOL, that's what's up.
No, Jordan, LOL, when did I ask?
LOL, what makes you think that's a deal breaker? LOL.
LOL, so you coming or not?
Damn. LOL, can we pretend you're a little younger? LOL. JK.
LOL, 17 like you just turned 17, or 17 like you're about to be 18?
That's the difference.
The next one, LOL, just kidding, I'm still gonna fuck. Don't matter, don't bitch. You're terrible.
Oh no.
If Sebastian was here, he'd say, cut that, huh? That'd be red flag. He'd throw it.
He'd go like this. And then we'd say, shut the fuck up, dude. Do we miss him yet? This is the second one he's not here. Do you think he's
I think this is it. I think this is him slowly fading away from
this
us. I've been through this.
What does this generation call it?
Ghosting?
Not ghosting.
No,
there's a for this style of quitting, like quiet quitting, like quiet.
No, dude, I'm a chill on Sebas because he scares me sometimes. He's just fucking.
He's got school shooter vibes. For sure.
I never thought about that, but yeah.
Sebas got mad school shooter vibes, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's just like right on the cusp of like cool Mexican kid and like just fucking dork. And like hearing his dad on his voicemail that day, I was like, well, his dad's clearly tight as fuck.
Obviously, dude.
So he's got it in him.
But yeah, we miss Sebas though.
We do miss Sebas. This is how I act when I love and miss people. I talk shit.
Yeah, honestly, that's true. That's like one of those things where it's like you're only really family if we talk shit about you. 100%. If we don't, then we don't care about you.
I mean,
I don't know how I feel about that though.
That's true for me. I mean,
sometimes I feel like I'd rather you
just love me. Just be nice to me.
Yeah, why can't you just love me and not be mean? You know, let's try that
You just be sweet to me for a little bit.
Just for a little bit, dude. Yeah. Come on.
But I mean, you can always say that. You know what I mean? Once you know that the person is like that, like they like to bust balls.
Yeah.
Then you go like, hey man, don't fuck with me today. And 99% of the time, the ball buster is like a super chill person when they need to be, and like able to be like, all right, because I'm busting balls to be funny.
Yeah.
And if you're legit upset and not into what I'm doing today, it ain't going to be funny. So why would I do it? You know what I mean?
It's a waste of good jokes.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell us again.
Or it just fucks the energy of the hang. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, Sebas, if you don't like the jokes I made, just,
suck. Yeah. Oh, dude, it's graduation season.
Graduation season? Who you telling, man? I live very close to a high school.
Right across the street.
Yes. And I...
just over the 100 feet line.
Everyone was asleep last night, and I was watching, shout out, Tires on Netflix.
Oh, yeah, we'll get to that. Shane Gillis' show, yeah.
Well, we're talking about it?
Yeah, it'll be on.
So I was watching it last night, and it was late. Like, the kids were asleep for a minute. Mm-hmm. And it was like probably 9:45.
Yeah.
Pretty close to 10. And just fucking bop, 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 bop. Like, dude, like the Disney grand finale was going on.
What time was this?
I'm telling you, it was like 9:45.
That sounds about right.
It was after 9:30, much closer to 10 o'clock.
Dude, so yeah.
It was probably like 10 to 10, 5 to 10, like that.
They were all starting at like 7.
Fuck.
And they're usually 3 hours.
Man.
Yeah. So
it was, and then I kept thinking like, oh, this is the end. 'Cause you'd go,
that's
boom,
the
boom,
worst.
boom. And then I go, all right, that wasn't that bad. Bah, 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 bah. Boom, boom. Bah, bah.
And then you're like, that's gotta be it.
Boom, boom, boom.
No, and then you get the
Yeah.
boom, boom.
Yeah, that's what I was missing from the the
Bro.
bah, bah, bah.
They had like fucking 3 grand finales.
It was nuts.
Dude, it's never ending.
And then it was done before 10. But it was like very close to 10. Because if it was 9, it's like, all right, I got my kids to bed at 8:30. Sometimes they don't go to bed until 9. Like 9 o'clock fireworks or whatever. Maybe that's worse. Maybe that's like much closer. At least this way they waited until all the kids in the area are like asleep, and then fucking bop, bop.
Yeah, true. I guess.
Harder to get them out of the deep sleep.
Yeah. Little side note though on fireworks. Just like I always laugh when I hear a fart, a very childish thing about me is I love fireworks, dude. I will.
I don't hate fire. I wasn't angry.
No, I know, but I'm just saying because like I know like fireworks. I know to a lot of people like as you get older, they're just like they take people like they take their kids and that's why they go.
Yeah,
They don't really enjoy them. They don't really care for them. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they're like more of a nuisance than anything. But me, dude, like even up till now, like dude, if I see some dope fireworks, like, I'm gonna pull over and buy some. Like especially when we go to like to Texas and stuff. Like I have to. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm still like a kid at heart when it comes to that stuff. Like I'm a pyromaniac. Dude. I want to see shit like light on fire. Like yeah. But yeah, dude, I'll always love fireworks.
Yeah.
Yep, always that made me feel so happy.
You got anyone you know that graduated or anything?
Yeah. Shout out my little brother.
He graduated?
My other brother from the other family, the other dad.
What?
Yeah, I have like a confusing thing. I have like 2 dads and stuff. Like it's not a big deal.
No, the brother I met. I know your little brother. Do you have another little brother?
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this sometime.
Oh man, never gonna unfold that. I already went through that with my therapist.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, so shout out him. I'm not gonna say his name, just to be safe. He's a very to himself kind of guy. So
Yeah. Well, congratulations to him.
yeah. What about you? Do you know one?
No, I got a neighbor who graduated,
Oh, but no one close.
and I only know that because like they had a party the other day.
Yeah.
So, no, I
You're
don't
trying
know.
to watch tires. You're like, shut the fuck
Shut
up.
the fuck up. Congratulations. You're going to do great in life. I know it. Just shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ. I'm trying to get high and watch a Netflix show starring my favorite comedian. Yeah, you got your whole life ahead of you and you've worked your ass off since you were a toddler. Fuck off. Shane Gillis is goated.
You're like, I also graduated high school. Look at me, you fucking bitch.
Yeah. You think you're the only fucking person that ever graduated high school? Shut the fuck up. Go to sleep. Do you guys have any roll tacos left?
Oh, but dude, this is my okay. So I have a what is it? Was it hard take or a
Hot take.
I have a hot take on high school graduation specifically.
Go on.
I think high school graduations should only be the parents and the kids, and maybe like the siblings. That's it. The high school shouldn't allow anyone more than that, and that way they don't have to invite people and make them feel bad for going or make them feel bad for not going when they really didn't want to go. Don't invite me because when I have a kid, I'm not going to invite you. I'm not going to put you through that. And let me tell you this, it's my problem, all right? I had the kid. I'm going to deal with it. I'm going to deal with a 3-hour-long fucking graduation. I'm not going to put you through it. If anything, I'm going to be like, you know what? After the graduation,
Meet
we're
us
going
at the house.
to have a party. Then you can come. That'd be cool. You know what I'm saying? And that's me respecting you because honestly, for me, myself, even when I graduated high school, and shout out to the family that did come to my graduation. It was cool. But at the same time, I don't remember who came to my graduation other than my parents and my brothers. The other family that went, I don't remember who it was. I'm not lying. So like what I'm saying is it's not at the time the kid graduating, he doesn't care who fucking came for him. You know what I'm saying? Like obviously for sure his parents, but like the outside family, like if you came, cool. If you did it, if you didn't, then like it's also cool. Like I get it. You know, I don't want to sit through this shit either. So that's all I'm saying, guys. If you guys have a kid, you know, just don't invite anyone. Just you guys go have fun and you enjoy it and you make memories with your kids. You take your pictures.
Invite us to the after party.
Invite us to the after party. Yes. Thank you. But yeah, am I crazy? Is that like kind of fucked up?
No, but I went to my sister's college graduation and it was fucking it felt like all day. And it's like, it was the worst. It was in LA. So it was like the worst parking there and leaving. Ton of people. It was a state school. So it was like a big class, you know.
This has to just be like a tradition thing, right? Like how come we haven't gotten to the point where it's like, come on, we all agree graduations are too fucking long. Let's just announce who the top fucking 5 or 10 are of the class. Let them say the little speech, top 3, and then like just you can do a graduation in an hour.
Yeah.
Obviously, yes, depending on like the size of the class, but also when they do those big graduations of like, you know, 500-600 kids or whatever, there's also like fluff and like bullshit in between of like they have to do the little, this is the history of the school and this is like we recently got a grant or whatever from so and it paid for the new library. And like they say some bullshit. It's like, bro, we're not here for that. I just want to see my kid go across the stage, fucking get that fucking paper, and like we can celebrate from here.
That's what everyone wants. So at some point you're like, that's what I was going to say about my.
But everyone thinks that in the room, and it's like, how come we haven't switched this up?
Everyone thinks that
no one wants this,
regardless of the grade. Like I got kids in elementary school, and every parent only gives a shit about their kid. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. From the beginning, like as it should be, right? Yeah. Like you got a lot going on. Now you got a kid to worry about. You're only going to give a shit about that kid, you know?
Yes. And I also understand there's those times when like the kid plays sports. So like the parents become involved with other kids.
Yeah.
Being like their friends. So then they have like, the parents have more kids to like cheer for because they kind of see them growing up and stuff.
Yeah.
Like a childhood friend of theirs. So it's a little bit different. But like when it's just that one specific person for a family member.
Yeah.
It's too long, man.
Yeah. But still, like with my sisters, it was like an all-day thing, a nightmare getting in and out of.
Yes.
I'm glad I went.
Oh.
I would have been very, like, I'm glad I have that memory. Because it was long enough. I mean, obviously, it was like fucking 20 years ago for me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where, like, I'm glad I have that. Every graduation I've been to, it's like a fond memory now, as shitty as it was to go deal with it. But I'm going to like my brother-in-laws, my sisters, my like first cousins. I'm not going to like, you know, fucking Danica's son is graduating. You have to go. And it's like, who the fuck is Danica? You know what I mean?
Great name, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck?
I was trying to think of a name nowhere near anyone I know. And
good job. I don't even know a fucking Danica.
I only know Danica Patrick.
Who's that?
Race car driver, the sexy one.
Oh. Yo, real quick, I had a question though, going back to the graduation thing. Do they still do yearbooks?
My kids do them.
Yeah? Huh. I mean...
There's always going to be yearbooks. Why would they stop doing yearbooks?
Well, I mean, not that I follow a lot of high school kids, but like I didn't like my brother and stuff, or like people that have high school kids. No one like I haven't seen a story picture of anyone posting about like their kid's yearbook. I know it's like, you know, I don't know, like I just thought I'd see a yearbook by now. I haven't seen a yearbook post about anything. So and obviously I don't know anyone that's like. I mean, I know them in school, but I
mean, it's a book. Them. It's a book full of minors. Like you can't. You're not just.
I don't want one. I don't want. I know. That's what I'm saying. But like the front cover or something.
Yeah, it's just like your kid brought one home and you look at it and then you put it away.
Dude,
no one's posting their kid's yearbook.
Do you have every like not till now, but like did you get every yearbook every year of every school year?
Yeah,
for you.
Mm-hmm.
You did? Mm-hmm. All the way up to high school?
I mean, high school's like maybe the first year I got the yearbook. After that, I didn't.
Dude, from the time I started school in like pre-K or whatever, all the way till senior, I had every fucking yearbook. I still have some. Do you have any?
I'm sure.
Dude, we
In
should
a
get them.
box.
We should get some, and we'll find our pictures. We'll
And
go
call
through.
the numbers.
Did you have people sign them?
Call the numbers.
Did you have people sign them?
Of course.
Oh, okay, dude.
And like when you got older, and a girl would be like, "Keep in touch, KIT.
Oh, dude, I
Have a great summer. Call me."
dude, I
Call
had
that number today.
my issue today is that I overthink. Back then, I overthink. Like when girls would write like, "Hopefully, I see you this summer," I'd be like, "Wait, does that mean she wants to hang out?"
Have we been?
Should I?
Have we been together this whole time?
I really
Wait,
was
hold
like,
up.
What she mean by that?
Is she pregnant? Did I get her pregnant
I didn't think that.
when we
far.
held hands?
No, I wasn't a slut like you, dude. I wasn't.
Well, no, you didn't know how to hold my.
Sorry.
My point is, you thought holding hands would get her pregnant. Not that you actually had sex as a child.
You don't know my life, dude.
I have to pee.
You have to pee? I gotta pee too, actually. Let's just take a break. Almost. Oh, you're good. Actually, while you're doing that, I'm gonna play the Drake BBL Jersey verse.
Yeah,
If you want to
please.
hear it.
I changed a lot of girls' lives for real. They need a new body, they hitting me. Hey, BBL Drizzy, they want a new.
Damn. Not bad, huh?
Not bad.
You think he closed that book, right? I hope. Please let this be over with, guys. I don't want to get any more. I don't want to get any more arguments with Sebas.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking scared,
You
guys.
think that's why he's not coming?
Oh, I fucking hope so.
I hope so.
No, he's busy, dude. He's having fun with his wife.
Living the dream.
That kid's with his wife, dude. Leave him alone.
Good for him.
All right, guys, we're back from the break. Now we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Guys, Tires is out now on Netflix.
Watch it.
Go watch it.
Watch it all. Binge it.
It's so good.
It's only
yeah.
7 or 8 episodes.
Each episode's like 27 minutes, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It's the perfect time. Not too much, not too little. It's just right. I love it. I love the story. Shane Gillis is hilarious in it. Stavi.
Stavros Halkias is in it. Tommy J. Pope. Andrew Schultz.
Schultz was good. That's just funny.
Karen Feehan is in it. She's a New York comic.
But yeah,
A bunch of people in there.
it's
It's
a great
good.
show. You watched it already?
I watched them all last night. Yeah.
Dude, I only got, I think, like I said, I didn't pay attention, but probably like 5th or 6th episode in.
Yeah.
So how many episodes?
7 or 8. I don't remember.
Yeah. And the cool thing too is like before it even came out, it was already approved for season 2.
Yep.
So that was cool.
So we get 8 more or
So we know,
whatever.
yeah.
No, man, I liked it a lot, and it's a sketch that Shane Gillis and Matt McKeever have done on their Gillian Keeves YouTube page.
Yeah.
Probably around the pandemic, a little before, a little after. I don't know exactly.
Yeah.
But it was just like a somewhat recurring sketch on their program.
Yeah.
It was always funny because they were quick. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, it must have been pretty challenging for them to convert. It's going to be hard to convert any 2-minute sketch into a 27-minute times 8 show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think they did a pretty good job.
You know what I always assume with shows like this, like comedy shows? I assume they just write a story. They don't intend to make it funny or serious or nothing. They just write a story or write an episode, and then within that episode, they give the writers or like the comedians that are in it, they let them be like, okay, now make this funny. You know what I'm saying? Because you were saying like how it must be tough to turn like a 2-minute sketch into like a full-on length TV show. You know what I'm saying? With episodes. So I wonder if they're like, okay, this is the goal. Let's just fill the middle episode. Like, let's just fill the episodes. With the storyline that follows, and then in between we start throwing in jokes, or we throw in like, oh, you can say this, or do this scene but come in this way, or fall, or you know what I'm saying? Like, I wonder if they do that. I really do. You know anyone that's in like the business of that would like know about that,
Like writing
or like producing, like,
I
or
mean,
something?
my brother-in-law went to school for it, so I know he knows like the general idea. And from talking to him, like what I understand,
Oh, shout out Clayton.
is like it's always a simple story. Like you take any movie and it's like girl
Like the basic.
gets pregnant in high school, stays in her hometown, old boyfriend moves back.
Yeah.
They want to get back together, but she's been engaged for 8 years and he's a player and they get together. Like that's the movie, you know what I mean? But then all of a sudden it's a 2-hour movie and you're like, what? Because then it goes, okay, like what's the story of when she got around the time she got pregnant and went to high school? What was a day like this like? And then they're breaking down. You're taking the long, simple timeline of there's a guy, he owns a tire shop. He's got his buddies that work there. This is going to happen. That's going to happen. And then this is going to happen.
Yeah.
And then at the end, it's all right. But then it's like, all right, how did he get in charge? Or how did he get to be in charge?
Yeah.
Like, then it's like, all right, that's going to be a 28-minute episode. What are the guys like? That's a 28-minute episode. But then within that, it's got to be hard. And I'm not saying like that I know that's the way it is or whatever.
No, that's
I'm just approaching it from like, we write jokes and shit. Mm-hmm. So it's like, all right, I have a general idea. Now I have to almost like expand it simply.
Yeah. And
then break it up into chunks and go like, okay, what about this part is funny?
Yeah.
You know?
Do you not saying like you think that it's easy to do, but do you think you could write like a sketch? Or like is that something that interests you? Like being in one or writing one or both?
Both interest me, but it's one of those things where like like with joke writing, sometimes I'll just think of one. You know what I mean? Like I'll just go like, ha ha ha, and then write it down. You know, like in my head, I have the beat from the beginning. Like I go like, why is it that every time I see this, it's really this? You know what I mean? And then I go like that.
Seinfeld.
That was a funny thought. I know I did it like that on purpose.
No, yeah.
But you know what I mean? My point is, it's an observation. So it's a very like, what's the deal with blah blah blah?
Okay.
And I'll go like, all right, like that was a bit idea, even if it's like on the rougher side. I'm not saying they're ever like ready to perform. You know what I mean? Uh-huh. But I will think of bits. I've never thought of a fun sketch idea.
Really?
Yeah, maybe I'm not trying, but I've never thought like that would be good as a sketch.
Anything you think that's funny is something that'll be good to say on stage, opposed to that would be funny to film.
Right.
You think more of the for stand up.
Because it's a thing I don't know. So it's like, to me, it's like I know when I think of something, if it's even close to ready for an open mic, let alone a show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if it's like questionable, like you probably still do it anyways. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, at an open mic, you figure it out. But with a sketch, it's like, I think it'll be funny. And then I'm going to do it and post it. And then it's just there and no one liked it. I don't want to do that.
See, you know what, like what fucks with me though, is like, I could do something, write a sketch and like film it. And at the time it could be funny, but it's almost like, the more you indulge yourself in it, the more like you're gonna hear it and watch it a lot, like editing wise. At some point, it gets to that point where you're just like, "Is this really funny? Is it just me?" And then it starts to die down because you've had to work with it so much that you're just like you start second guessing. And I would just be like, I'll either be like, "Oh, I'm just not gonna put this out. I'll delete it," or I'll just be like, "This is dumb." When really I probably had something that is just meant to be watched once and laugh about it, and that's it. But like I rob myself of that, and I'll just delete the whole project because I'm like, I've listened to it, I played it over and over when I'm editing and I'm cutting it and stuff, and I'm hearing it, and I'm like, all right, dude, like, you know, and it sucks because then it kills it, and I'm like, nah, maybe this isn't funny. Maybe only I think it's funny. Maybe I was just high when I did this. You know what I'm saying? Like, so man, I have that fucking issue all the time. I probably deleted some good stuff, but I don't know. The way I see it is if it doesn't make me laugh, why would I assume anyone else is going to laugh? I don't like to put something out and be like, this is good. It's not making me laugh, but I think people will laugh when they hear it or if they watch it. I don't know. Do you feel that way? Do you feel like you can only say things that are only going to be funny to you?
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you get lucky and like the thing that's funny to you is funny to enough people to give you the like balls to keep doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that could be like one other person, you know. It's up to you, like what it takes for you to justify being like, fuck it, I'll keep it. You know what I mean? But
do you ever go?
I don't think there's ever anything wrong with doing something just because you think it's funny. Continuing to do it when no one finds it funny is different.
Oh, okay, I see.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think it's always because you want like comedy sketches, like being funny in general, you want to be honest. You want it to reflect like who you are.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to. I mean, obviously, there's like people who do characters and stuff, and that shit's funny too. But now that there's like so much comedy, I think you have to just do your thing. Everyone just has to find. I saw an interview with Ryan Sickler. He was talking to like this longtime comedy producer, Barry Katz, and he was telling him that's what I learned like coming up and stuff. Because Ryan Sickler's badass, you know, like
Yeah.
But in his mind, he probably saw all his friends on a totally different level and had to like check himself at some point and be like, dude, you sell tickets. You have your podcast that does good. You know what I mean? Dude. And he was talking about that. And that, I mean, obviously that's easier on his level where he's like working this weekend and will be next weekend. And in the middle of the week, he'll probably do a spot or two at the Comedy Store. Like, it's easier when you're at that level to feel like, you know what, fuck it, I'm good. Mm-hmm. But like in general, I think it's like everyone at every level is trying to find that sweet spot.
Yeah. Of
just like, we're having fun.
Yeah. You had said that he fuck, hold on. I had something for it. But you were saying something that Sickler had to tell himself like, oh, I need to get away from this, or what'd you say?
Like he told himself like he needed to focus and stay in his own lane.
Oh yeah.
Like just because what they're doing is taking him to this level, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing.
Well, so funny thing to add to that, I was listening to The Bonfire, and is it Bobby or Robert? Because they say both, but Bobby Kelly, Robert Kelly.
They call him both.
Okay,
he goes by both.
Well, Bobby Kelly was saying that that with Kevin Hart, something kind of happened like that. I think it was Chris Rock told Kevin Hart, hey, like, you need to stop hanging out with those guys. Like, they're losers. They're never going to progress in their future, whatever. And then Bobby Kelly was like, those other guys were us. He's like, it was Bobby Kelly and Rich Voss and all them. He's like, and he said it in a joking way, but it was kind of like a heartbreaking thing to hear because it's like, oh, so Bobby Kelly's kind of like, you're at where you're gonna be there. And he kind of pointed out like other comedians that got big, it was either you're going to be a Kevin Hart or you're going to be a Bobby Kelly. Like he kind of acknowledged that. And he was like kind of cool with it though. You know what I'm saying? Like he considers himself like an OG, you know, with some of the other guys. I can't think of them right now. But it was just kind of like weird to hear him call it out and like joke about it obviously. But yeah, it was just, it was funny because like I think Bobby Kelly's hilarious. You know what I'm saying? And I never saw him as that comic where like, not that he's a bad guy, but you know he's not gonna progress like you know like an Eddie Murphy or because guys like that they're more they want to just do stand up. They don't care to be in the movies and the shows and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And they're not doing those things to progress. Like okay, you're a hilarious comedian. Can you be funny on camera for a film for a show? And if they don't want to do that, they're never going to progress. So they and there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But they don't turn into a Kevin Hart because they're not taking all these movies roles. They're like, no man, I just want to be on the road, right? You know what I'm saying? And I respect that. And that's the thing. It's like it's kind of like it shows me like you either have to be this like you have to be like this pony that knows multiple tricks. You know what I'm saying? Not just one thing. You can't just be really good at one thing. And like in order to progress, like you're either going to be a Kevin Hart or like a Bobby Kelly. Like Bobby Kelly's well known if you're into stand up. Kevin Hart's well known if you're into fucking movies. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone knows Kevin Hart. You know what I'm saying? And that was just kind of like, oh, I see. Like there's a path you're going to take where you're going to get to a point where you're like, am I hanging out with the cool kids, but like doing not doing my full potential? Am I doing too many like dirty shows because I think like, oh, I should only be dirty and not ever do like a clean set? Or should I write a clean set, you know, just in case, and then maybe progress that way? Like I see the split where it gets to that point. And because I would assume like, you know, as Kevin Hart, I'm pretty sure he's hanging out with like Bobby Kelly and these guys thinking like, oh, these guys, they're superstars, you know, comedians at that time. So like if I follow them, then I can, you know, have the same thing. But at some point, someone has to reach out and be like, buddy, like you have a lot of potential and you're hanging out with the wrong crowd. And like just for like Bobby Kelly to acknowledge that was kind of like, I low key, like I was like, that's kind of sad, you know. I don't know, because I don't see him as like a loser comic.
No, not at all. Like if I was given the choice, hey, there's 100% chance you can have Bobby Kelly's career,
Yeah.
or a 99% chance you could have, not 99, 90. Let's say there's a 90% chance you could have Kevin Hart's career, but there's a 10% chance you fail completely. You want to go the 90-10 route, or you want to go the sure thing route? I would absolutely go sure thing route, because he's got a hell of a career. He's been consistent. He's constantly working the road.
Yeah.
He has nice things. You know what I mean? He's got real nice things. He's been on radio and shit a bunch.
Oh, no. And that's the thing, but that's what I'm saying, like, as like comedy.
But Kevin Hart's worth $450 million.
Yes, but but as like comedy fans, we understand, like, in his lane, he's very successful.
Very.
He's more than well off.
Yeah, but he doesn't have $450 million. Exactly. And I'm saying I wouldn't take that 10% or even 80-20.
That
like,
chance.
I wouldn't chance it to be like,
I feel that
I
same.
can go nothing or be a half billionaire. It's like, nah. I take the, like, you know, work your way up, be a comic, work every weekend. I think that's fucking the dream more than blowing up and being in Jumanji 6.
Yeah, for sure.
No hate on him. He's still a funny fucking dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Obviously, he was a phenomenal comedian, and he had all these other talents, like you said. Like, he wasn't a one-trick pony. So he was able to be successful in the movies and stuff like that. He knew how to act in interviews and movie press shit, you know?
Yeah.
But not everyone has it. He has kind of a more complete package, and that's cool. That's commendable. That's why he's worth what he's worth.
Yeah.
But I still feel like that consistency and respect, and I'm not saying he doesn't have respect within the comedy community, but who's getting shit on by fellow comedians more, Bobby Kelly or Kevin Hart? Obviously, the more successful, richer one is going to get hated on more. Whether it's justified and healthy, that's a different argument. But, like, in general, I like to be liked. You know, you like to be liked.
Of course.
You want to be that guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It was like very I don't know. That's the thing I like about listening to, like, comedians on podcasts with comedians and stuff, because like they every now and then you'll get those on the road stories or like behind the scenes stories, and they're really interesting. And like hearing things like that, like I said, I knew Bobby Kelly was more like the edgier, like the I'm not gonna do what you tell me to do, I'm gonna do it my way, like kind of comedian. But at the same time, I never saw him as like a bad guy. So, and that to me, like when like I think it's always sad when someone has to be like, hey, don't hang out with them. Like, no, I'm not gonna like, oh, boo-hoo me, but like I've had like buddies where they've told me like that their girl said that like I'm a bad influence to them. This was like when I was like drinking like heavily and stuff, and like every time we hung out, it was like, oh, like I was like, oh, well, you're gonna hang out with Jordan, so that means you're gonna drink. Like I was that guy, and by no means was I like, oh, you're not gonna drink, pussy. But I was just like, I would like to have a good time. So if I was having a good time, like I wanted you to drink with me, you know.
And if you didn't, you were a pussy.
Nah, dude. But dude, like it kind of hurt me when they would be like, yeah, my girl thinks you're like a bad influence, and then they'd just be like, but you know, like she's fucking dumb.
She's
like,
also
whatever.
a bitch, dude.
Yeah, she's also fucking dumb.
You know, I fucked her a bunch of times before you got together. Like, what the fuck?
But
whoa, you're just like on your 9th beer. It's 11 a.m. You know, I fucked her a bunch of times before you met her. Just pissing on his coffee table. Like, I don't know, man. It's not like I was a bad influence. You're just kicking over fucking Crystal.
Yeah, dude. So it hurts. I have feelings too. Alcoholics have feelings.
Alcoholics. Even dog shit people have feelings. I just thought of a funny story.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No. Like, remember when we went to the movies? When we went to see the Burt Kreischer movie?
Oh, you went. I forgot about that. Yeah.
And
I'm sorry, I was high then, so yeah. Sorry.
I know you were. You were high before. Cody was high before.
Oh yeah.
Maybe we shouldn't say that.
Why?
Because he's not here to say it himself. Let's cut that part.
Okay.
Cut the name.
All right. I'll believe it.
So, you were high. He was high. I didn't get high before, but I wanted to be high during the movie. So I remember I had like a tin of gummies.
You did? Okay.
10 milligrams a piece.
I remember.
And I was like, I'm going to take 5 of these. I had 5 left in the pack, so 50 milligrams. And I eat a half. So I eat 5 milligrams. So to me, I was going to go share them with like 9 other people. And then I offered you guys gummies first while I was holding the one that I was only going to bite in half. So there were 4 in there. And you guys looked at it. And I remember you guys looking like, what the fuck? Like, why offer us anything? And then you took 2 and he took 2. And I was like, oh, I thought I was going to share this with half the theater. These fucking guys just took 20 milligrams and acted like I gave them nothing, like a milligram.
I'm sorry.
No, but obviously that was before I knew what your tolerance is.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
okay,
That was
okay,
early
okay.
on. That was like one of the first.
Fair enough.
Few times we
and
hung
you know
out.
what? I guess I just knew you as like someone that smoked weed. So with the times we hung out, I was like, oh, he probably does get like crazy high all the time. But like when we smoke, he's like not comfortable yet. So he doesn't, because I never saw you like crazy stoned or nothing.
No.
Like you kind of would just like stop. You'd actually be like, when it passed you, you'd be like, no, I'm good.
I'm good. Yeah.
And, but yeah, so I never saw you like that. So,
That was a skill it took me a very long time to acquire.
oh,
to be able to be like, I'm good.
like, that's this. I don't know what that feeling is, but that feeling that you get where you like, no, I'm good, is the same I get with that, as well as it's even worse with alcohol. If someone offers you like a shot or a drink, and you decline,
And you're done.
well, not so much that, or maybe you're just like trying to be disciplined. You're like, nah, dude, like I already said, like I was gonna have a shot, and like a beer, and that was it. And now you're trying to offer me another one and another.
This
beer.
is how I get hangovers. I'm good.
Yeah, and you're like, no, man, you know what? I'm good. Like turning down like a shot from them, especially, and then I hate when they push this on you, where they're like, no, I got you, dude. Like it's on me. And I'm like, fuck, dude.
All right.
Okay. I'll
But
get blacked out.
Even if it's a free shot, I think what I've learned, the key to the late night, let's do a shot before fucking last call.
I always say yes, though. 100%. I'll say yes. 100%.
You always say yes, no matter what it is.
Even if I'm sick, I'll say yes.
Absolutely.
It's the last shot of the night.
But what you really should be saying no to, and again, I won't say no to it, but I'll know that I'm making the wrong decision while I do it, is the sweet ones. Like the
Like a paleta shot?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or
Not just a straight like shot of whiskey or
liquor.
shot of
Like you should
tequila.
just be doing a shot of liquor.
Yes, 100%.
If you're doing like a mixed shot with sweet liqueur and stuff in it, like that's gonna add to your hangover for sure.
It's the sugar, right? Yeah.
So drink tequila.
Yeah, exactly. No, a big thing I learned about that too. I don't know if it's mainly tequila, but it's best to get it without additives.
Yeah.
A tequila without additives.
Yeah.
No hangover, and I don't know the science of why and exactly why, but I've just heard that multiple times from like, I think we've talked about this before, but from like people that are into like liquor or like tequila specifically, is try to find a tequila without additives. Additives are for some reason the main thing that really gives you that bad hangover. And I don't know if I don't know if it's like in my head or something, but I have found tequilas that I like, and they don't have any additives. It says like additive free, and I don't get a hangover. I've drinking the whole bottle the night before. Like, yeah, dude, I know I have an issue. All right, dude, I don't want to get into it right now. The whole thing.
You have a whole other brother, and
All right.
you drink whole bottles of tequila.
Yeah, but okay, to be fair, they're like
damn,
they're like
dude.
these bottles, and like I said, there are no additives, so it doesn't. And I don't feel bloated. I don't know what it is, but the no additives definitely help.
A whole bottle.
Yes,
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dude.
What do you want to talk about?
I don't want to talk about it.
Tell me.
Maybe if we open another beer, I'll talk
What
about
happened?
it. Huh?
What happened?
I don't want to talk about it, dude.
Someone touch you?
Maybe. Did you get touched when you were younger?
I didn't.
You didn't?
I didn't.
You weren't lucky enough?
Lucky enough. I didn't get laid.
You weren't cute enough?
No, I wasn't cute enough. I was when I was until I was like 7.
I was
6.
I was
cute until I was like 6.
all right, chill out, tetas.
Yeah, so that was 8.
Yeah, dude.
Like, what are you guys talking about?
You don't think I'm hot, sir?
What? Come on, sir. Give me a ride.
You don't have candy for me in your van?
No. Thankfully, I was not diddled.
I don't know if I was or if there was just like
I think you might have been.
Maybe.
Oh my God.
I don't think you think. I think there's a. I think everyone's been little diddled, looked at, talked a funny way when they were little. Everyone has gone through it. Maybe it's just one of those things you just don't remember. I just have. I don't know what this is. I just have like a feeling, like an inkling. Is that what they call it? Inkling?
Yeah.
That maybe in my lifetime I've been touched in a way that I probably didn't like it. But I can't put my finger on it. But I feel like it is just a thing.
Ooh.
Like maybe my past life, maybe.
You were a victim in your past life?
Could have been.
No, I think it's like...
I heard brain trauma goes all the way back.
I think you suppress that type of trauma sometimes. So if you have an inkling. For me, it's more like I grew up in a very like Middle Eastern culture.
Yeah.
And so very like physically affectionate. Like every time you go to someone's house, you're doing the like you're kissing, you're hugging. It's a lot of like touching when you talk, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like I grew up around that and just like a lot of like, oh girl, you're so cute. You're like getting squeezed by old people all the time. And because that was like I knew what it was like to be touched a bunch appropriately. it was very clear, like, and I mean also they talk to you when you're a kid, like stranger danger type shit. And you kind of piece it together by the time you're like 7 or 8. What I'm saying is if you got molested, it's on you. That's not what I was saying. I don't know what I was saying.
No, I believed you for a second though. Yeah. Let me ask you this though. So little different, but so like for like Mexican culture, for some reason like the dad will always like his son is always like he's the one that he's closest to. And I always think that's kind of weird. I mean, I know sometimes it's the mom too, but for like I've seen where like the dad is like the one that's like closer to the son and like very affectionate, like loving and like soft with. In a weird way. Was your dad like that with you? Like, did he ever show you like love, like kiss you and hug you? Did he tell you he loved you?
Yeah.
Or did you guys? Because like me and my dad kind of have like we say I love you probably like maybe like 5 times a year, but we've also had those random talks where he's like, I love you, right? He's like, and he'll tell me like we don't have that same like lovey-dovey bullshit you and your mom have, but like. I love you. And I'm like, yeah, of course, Dad. And like, we have that understanding without physically showing it and saying it. Because as I'm getting older, I notice when I go to give him hugs, like when I see him, he kind of gives me like an awkward hug where like before it was like a very like welcoming. And now it's kind of just like, what's up? And then just like push me away. And no, it's like, I'm not mad about it. I'm not hating on it. I'm like nothing on him. I just noticed like, I think he's starting to see me more as like just another man. So he's like, get the fuck away from me. You know what I'm saying? Like, opposed to as when I was a younger kid where I was like his son. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Yeah. But did you ever get that from your dad though? Or
no,
was he just very strong with you?
Well, he was, so I never got the like, hey man, I'm proud of you. Like, I love you a lot. I like that moment, like you're saying you get with your dad, even though you don't get the all the time affection, you'll get like the moments where he's like hey, like we never had that. We never had like
your dad never acknowledged that he wasn't always there for you or not acknowledged that he's not like as lovable with you.
Not like in a moment like that. He would all the time like call us like terms of endearment, like, my life, my love,
okay,
baby, my heart, like that type of stuff. And in Assyrian, like it's those are all like sweet things to say, like,
yeah,
and they sound sweet even in that language. But no, like he didn't do the like serious break and being like, hey, let's talk about how proud of you I am for this or whatever, you know what I mean? But it was nice all the time. Like there was a lot of love.
Was every phone call ended with an I love you?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's the thing is like I think in his mind it's like he knows I love him because I tell him all the time. What do I have to fucking sit there and he wasn't a man of many words.
Okay.
So you weren't gonna get that from him of like he was just simply like, you know, if he was proud of me, he'd just be like I remember when I got in shape one time, I was like doing push-ups in the living room and he walked in. And I think I was on like 25 or 30 or something, and I was counting them out.
101, 102.
No. It was 25 or 30. It wasn't a lot. I mean, at like 260 pounds or whatever I was at, like it was good. I was in decent shape, you know?
Yeah.
And so I finished my like 25 push-ups or whatever, and I get up, and he was just like, "You just do 25?" I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "I remember when you couldn't do one." And then he walked away. And like to me, that was a moment like that where he's like, you know,
backhanded compliments were
no, and it wasn't even bad. I didn't take it as backhanded. I know he's your dad. Even in the moment, I took it as like he was like, "You fucking worked for what you just did."
Yeah.
And you got there, you know what I mean? Obviously, it was, it's only 25. People could rip out fucking 100 push-ups in one shot, but but that was his way of acknowledging, like, "Hey, you worked for this and you got it." You know,
Damn.
He just wouldn't sit down and be like, "You did this, and I feel that."
Well, I'm not saying that. Yeah, that's insane.
No, but I do that as a parent now.
Oh, okay.
Because that's like the new parenting style is fucking telling your kid everything you're feeling and thinking and why.
So I had this question. Like I said, I'm going to give you a scenario, and you tell me how you would react as a father with your kids. So last episode we talked about that portal they had from New York City to Dublin, where it was like a live 24/7 FaceTime. Obviously, there was a time when an OnlyFans girl showed her tits in the camera. Say you and your kid are walking, you happen to be hanging out by the camera, checking it out, seeing what's going on, and you see that happen. Your kids clearly see that happen. You don't have enough time to shield them away from it. They clearly see this girl's full breasts out. In the moment, what do you say to them? Do you say anything at all? Do you just act like it didn't happen? Like, how would you react with that?
You probably acknowledge it and be like, "Oh, that girl showed her breasts. And she should not have done that."
But like right away, are you like, "Oh, kids, okay, let's go over here"? Or
no, I think if you overreact, like,
I
remember I have like older cousins, so I remember like when I lived in LA or when I would go back to LA to visit when I was living here.
Yeah,
a thing would be to just like, "Let's go for a drive," you know, and then you're driving. All of a sudden, you're on Sunset. You're on like all these like happening live areas on like a Friday, Saturday night
where the freaks are at.
And I remember one time my cousin hit a stop sign and he was like, "Do not look to your right, look forward." You know what I mean?
Oh,
and I was like, "What?" And then later he told me it was like I think it was just like a normal club. You know what I mean? Like but there might have been like dudes making out or something.
Oh, it was a gay club.
Yeah, it was like a gay club.
Right.
Yeah, but it wasn't like a fucking. It wasn't anything great. It was just a gay club.
I love how back in the day they treated a gay club as if it was like a guy taking a shit on the side of the road.
Do not look. I was
like it was
"What?"
a dead body.
He didn't want me to see like two guys holding each other, and it's just like that was not the way to handle that. You know what I mean?
It's just a Target. What are you talking about?
But like,
it's a gay club.
You just talk about it. You know what I mean? So like, if a chick pulls her tits out, I'm not gonna not talk about it to my daughter and son and be like, "Hey, remember, like our bodies are ours. They're for us.
Yeah, we
have to be nice to them. We have to treat them with respect, and part of that is treating other people with respect in regards to our bodies."
Yeah.
We wear our clothes when we're around people, when we have and then it's just like they're like my 6-year-old especially, like he's constantly taking dumps with the door open and
nice, yeah.
He'll start to get dressed for bed. He'll like get out of his day clothes or whatever and then be like, "I'm going to put on my PJs," but then he'll come out and just be like, "Hey, I have a question." You know what I mean? So it's like, it's cute at first, and then you're like, all right, but you understand this is not how we act around people, and this is not a thing. So like along that same mentality,
Yeah.
I'd be like, hey, she did this because she wanted to be shocking. She wanted to like do something.
Yeah.
But it's not how we should be acting.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like approach it from that versus like, oh, turn around, whoa, ah. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If like my cousin would have been like, those dudes are making out. Some dudes like dudes. I don't think you like dudes. You want to go to Jack in the Box? like acknowledge it in your own way.
Okay, yeah.
But like don't look or don't pretend it's not a thing.
Yeah, it's definitely not the way to go.
I don't think that's the way to go with the kid.
No, yeah, and by the way, like, no, that was never, honestly, like, I kind of have a little 50-50 where I would just be like, like sometimes like there's crazy people out there. And I was just a crazy person, and like that's it. Like there's nothing much of it you can make of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like I don't know, because like I mean I don't know if you say it specifically like that, but like I got caught one time watching porn by my dad and like his ex-wife, and like my ex-stepmom or stepmom. I don't know how you would say it, and I don't know how that works. And they talk to me as if like, okay, like. That so what you see, like that's not how you treat women, and like very like childish like, and it didn't like kill porn for me, but it definitely was like, ew, like why'd you make it so awkward? Like why you have to say it like that? You know what I'm saying? Like I for myself, had they had been like, hey man, like that's porn, like that's not like you're too young to watch that. When you get older, you can watch if you want, but right now, like you're just not ready for that stuff. Like that's too much, and we don't have time to explain that, whatever. Or we can if you want. I would have been like, all right, that's cool. I get it. Like, clearly I saw some fucked up shit as a young kid, and I knew, like, I shouldn't be seeing this. But had they would explain it like that, where, like, hey, if you want, we could talk about it, but, like, right now you're just not ready, dude. I would have been like, all right, cool. But I don't know, and that's kind of how I would be with my kid. And I'm not saying, like, what you're doing is right or what I'm doing is right. Maybe yours probably sounds a lot more right than mine does. But I would just definitely be like, oh, man, like, there's fucking crazy people up there sometimes. Like, let's just go. Come on. Yeah. And I guess, like I said, it's a good 50-50 where it's like I acknowledge it, but I also, like, yeah, people are crazy. All right, let's go. Come on. Yeah. Like not everyone's like that. Like doesn't mean you do that. Doesn't mean your mom does that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a thing that happens. It's just because, okay, going back to it, I heard this on another podcast and they talked about it to where one person was very like upset almost that like, dude, oh man, now I got to explain to my kid like boobs and breasts and all this stuff. And the other guy was just kind of like, or you could just be like, bitches are crazy and like, move along, you know what I'm saying? And I was very more like, yeah, kind of like that's how I felt like I was raised, and that's kind of like what I kind of liked. It wasn't pointed out as like an awkward thing. I didn't feel a certain way for looking, you know what I'm saying? It was just like pointed out, and it was like, but you're too young right now. You're good, man. Like you'll worry about that later. And I was like, all right, cool. Like I understand. Like it was like my first entrance into like wild stuff like that. Because like for instance, like when I was younger, I used to go to like motocross races. Right? Like the big ones. You know what I'm saying? Like at Anaheim and shit and like in the stadiums. And dude, chicks show their tits all the time. When I was like 9 and 10, I saw that. But it didn't turn me into anyone like crazy. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like, oh man.
And
like,
no one said anything to you?
No. My dad was more just like, fucking, what are you going to do? Look away? What am I going to shield you? It's on the big screen. She's right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
that's also that
right,
old
brother.
school, though. Like, if I was sitting next to my dad and we were
Okay.
watching Lethal Weapon and then all of a sudden there's a bitch in the shower and her titties are out, you're like, I'm looking up at my dad like, we're just going to watch this? And he's just watching it. And his approach or like move or whatever is... We're just going to view it as part of the movie.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about it. We're just going to watch it.
Yeah.
And he was just like, yeah, we're watching the movie. Watch the movie. Like with his actions, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's like, whatever. So that was probably more like that for you. Like,
yeah. And I've always thought, I think I'm going to adapt like back in the day and kind of like nowadays type of like style, like with raising my kid. And I don't know, man. Like I was thinking about it, and I feel so bad for all the times I judged any parent, because like it really is just like a big guessing game. Like everyone has a different scenario, everyone has a different case, every kid is different in their own way. And like for me to say that someone else is doing it a weird way, or to think like, whoa, I wouldn't do it like that, the way I do it, probably people would be like, I wouldn't do it like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like I'm like right now in that phase where I look at my kid and I'm like, whatever we do from here on out kind of is gonna create this type of kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If we overreact for certain things, if we give him everything he wants when he cries, if we pick him up, like everything is gonna start forming towards like a certain type of person this person's gonna be in the next like 5 years. And that's going to be his character, and we're going to form that. And it's kind of our fault. So everything I'm doing, I'm like, fuck, I don't want to go too hard with it, but I also don't want to just let him think like, hey, you can just do whatever the fuck you want. You know what I'm saying? Like we've changed. Like now he's about to be, he's about to be 1 soon. So like, we're kind of changing our tones to where things are like not allowed. So it's not so much like, hey, no, don't do that. It's more of like, hey, Oliver, like, yo, don't do that.
Hey, what did I say?
Not even that.
Hey!
But
Hey! He's almost 1.
Start taking my belt off.
Stupid! Use your fucking brain! Idiot!
Jordan, he's a child.
You wouldn't be crying if you fucking used your brain.
That's all I'm saying.
What, Saida?
What?
What?
What? Do you want to grow up to be soft?
You don't want to fucking learn?
Do you want him to be gay?
He doesn't use his fucking brain, Saida. I have to go for a drive. That's how you should be.
Dude, I totally understand like sitcom humor now. Like actually having a kid and like just the dumb shit you guys argue about with your kid, or like when your kid just randomly acts a certain way, it's like because he's starting to show his emotions a lot more. So it's very like I see stuff and I'm like, that's so like I understand TV shows now. Like I understand that humor where it's like that's just one of those things where like you have to live that life to really understand the joke or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to get like the stupid like I don't know, just the stuff with the kids, like
the corniness.
The corniness. Yes, there you go. Yeah, there it is.
I apologize for being on my phone back here.
No, you're good.
The last couple minutes, I think I thought of a bit while you were talking.
Oh, so you wrote it down.
Sorry.
Nice,
Yeah.
dude. That's good. If it's for a bit, I'm totally cool with that.
Yeah.
I totally understand.
Yeah.
I do that shit driving. I was outside like hold the steering wheel. I got a good something.
Yeah.
You know,
because I didn't write it for the first like minute that I thought of it, and then I felt myself forgetting the parts of it I was adding on to it. So I was like, I have to start. So then I started. I wrote enough to remember that if I looked back at it, I'd remember.
Yeah.
And then I put it down.
Damn. Real quick, going back to the kid thing though. I don't know if you thought about this. So like, this is obviously my first kid and stuff. There's certain places where I get there and I'm like, wait, should I have asked if I could bring my kid here? Or like, are kids even allowed here? Mm-hmm. I'm starting to get that now. And I'm like, whoa, like, so I want to give you like a list of like places that you tell me if like kids should be allowed or if I should have asked before they came.
Yeah.
First one, movie theater. And when I say kid, let's say year and younger. Like that age.
A baby.
A baby. Yes. Movie theaters.
Depends on the movie. If you go to the Super Mario movie and a baby's crying, everyone's going to assume, like, okay, it's a family. They have a 10-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a newborn or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure if you broke down for everyone, oh, it's actually just this couple and their newborn that are fucking ruining the movie, they'd be like, get him out of here, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
But it's you're gonna be fine with a crying baby in a kid's movie.
Yeah.
You should probably walk out if he's not going to chill out, but you do that anywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think it should be off limits to you because you have a baby. You just need to like act right when you're there. If your kid's not chilling out, go for a walk, dad. Or mom.
It's almost like not. I feel bad, but I know.
Or both. Like, be willing to leave. You know what I mean?
Not like I know a lot of people are gonna give a shit about this, but like not to compare kids to animals, but it's almost like when you take your dog to a dog park. Mm-hmm. If your dog is a piece of shit,
don't starting shit with everyone.
Yeah, then don't take him.
Let's go.
But the same thing with your kid. If you know he's a chill kid, and you're like, oh, we've sat through like Netflix shows, and he's been chill the whole time. Because I'm not like I didn't take him at all. Just for the reason, like I was like, I think that people see a baby and they're like, oh, this fucking show's gonna suck because this baby.
Like it's a
they
flight.
just assume, they just assume he's gonna be bad. So I don't want to put anyone in that stress. So I didn't do it. But honestly, I think my kid would have easily made it through a movie. He's super chill. He doesn't like make like screaming noises, even like as a happy like like he's just chill. He just like kind of does whatever. Especially the movie. But the whole theater thing was always like a thing, but I never took him though, to be safe.
Yeah.
What about a bar/restaurant?
For a baby, again,
It's kind of similar to the theater. It's how your baby is.
it's how your baby is. If you go like, we know she's gonna nap or he's gonna nap from like 11 to 1.
Yeah.
So if we go, we put him on because what the high chairs, when they're upside down, they're basically like a cradle for the car seat. Or
We never used it, but I forgot about that.
Yeah, some of them.
Yeah.
So we've done that, like
Okay.
with the baby, just like put her there. And then again, obviously, like she wakes up, she starts crying. You're in a restaurant. One of you's gonna walk out with her and try to calm her down. If she's hungry, mom's gonna go feed her. If she's just upset, I'm gonna go try to put her back to sleep. You're gonna acknowledge your surroundings no matter what. Ideally,
Yeah. The bar top, like where they say like, oh, you go to the bar if you want while you wait for your table.
yeah.
Do you think it's crazy that they don't allow like you to have your baby like an infant? Like clearly you're not gonna give him any alcohol, but like you know what I'm saying? Like even let's just say like even me, Saida, like me, my girl, and the baby are at the bar. She's holding him. She's clearly not drinking, but I am. I'm there getting a beer. Like, is that bad? Or is that one of the things that it just looks bad? It's like, come on, man. Like for our establishment, we shouldn't have a kid at the bar in the first place. It doesn't matter if he's
And also like that's how laws are written. It's just you have to be 18 to do this. You have to be 21 to do that.
Yeah.
So it's like they're not going to be like you have to be between 3 and 21 to be in the bar area. Like by the time they get to like Arizona laws, like they're like no. Yeah. If you meet this criteria federally to like drink, you can do that. You can go to the bar area. If you don't, you can't.
Yeah. True.
You know what I mean? But like, does it look bad if you go get a beer at the bar and she stays in the?
No. She sits there at the bar as well, but she's holding the baby. But like she's just having like a lemonade or a tea or whatever. But like I want a beer.
Is this something you've done?
No, I haven't.
Oh.
No, these are all things that have popped in my head where I'm like,
yeah.
oh shit, if this happens, like, can he be there for that?
Yeah.
And like, obviously we have more on the list, but right now we're talking about the bar. But no, this is just a scenario. Like, I just feel like it's one of those things where I understand the law, but at the same time, it's one of those things where it's like, I also get it. Like, it's, why the fuck is the baby at the bar?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. No, I'm not saying I've done this before or nothing. And I'm not saying I agree or disagree.
Sure.
I'm just asking your opinion because I've thought about these. Another thing, too, and this one actually really true to me recently, me and my girl want to go get tattoos. We want to go to Black Onyx. Shout out the boys at Black Onyx. Onyx and Sosa. Thank you. Sorry. I was going to say soda. My bad.
Why would you say soda?
Because I remembered it was so something, not duh or so. So yeah, definitely wasn't soda. So I couldn't think of the other one. But yeah, so we're gonna go get tattoos soon. So I was thinking, but like, should I drop my kid off at like our parents or something, or should like he just go with us? Like, would that be okay? And is it once again, even if I call him and he was like, dude, you could totally bring your baby, but like another thing, like public looking, outside looking in, like, does that look bad though? On us as parents, if we took our baby, he's not gonna get tattooed. Obviously, she's gonna watch him while I get mine. I'm gonna watch him while she gets hers.
Yeah, obviously he's not gonna get a fucking.
I'm just saying, dude, because people they mislead things.
He's not getting one. He's just going to watch. Like my personal opinion is don't take him.
Okay,
Have grandma watch him or something.
I was kind of leaning towards that too.
Yeah,
anyway,
have your mom watch him or her mom.
make it a date night thing.
Yeah, and then just like go get your tattoos, go get dinner, drinks after or whatever. But I feel like with my kids now, like they're 6 and 9, almost 7 and 10, and I haven't gotten a tattoo since. Oh, I have. I've gotten one tattoo since they've been born. But I didn't talk about it or whatever, you know what I mean? And I already had a couple tattoos.
Yeah.
So they had seen them. They hadn't talked about them, but they had seen them. And now that they know what tattoos are, like they'll go like, "Oh, Dad, you have tattoos, right?" "Yeah." Do you like them? Well, some I like, some I don't like, and I wish I didn't get.
Really?
But yeah, so we've had like conversations about it. So I feel like if I go get another tattoo, now it might be like valuable to have the kid there, to be like, this is what it is. This is what I'm doing. Because now they already know about it, and they've already asked their questions about it and expressed like their curiosity about it.
Yeah.
So now you can teach them a little bit about it if you want to.
I see.
Yeah.
I
may not, because it's not like I get a tattoo every 5 years kind
That's
of
not
thing.
your thing.
Yeah, so it's not my thing. But if I was like, oh, I'm starting a sleeve, like this is what it takes, and I already have my leg is covered, and they understand. I want them to know like what I'm going through to get these things.
Yeah.
But like for my few, it's like 50-50. It's like might be worth it to then include them.
Yeah.
But like when they're babies, he's just gonna see you laying down and hear the zzz. He's not gonna know what the fuck is happening.
Yeah.
So for that reason, like if no one could watch him, I would say you're not a dog shit parent for taking him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He doesn't know what the fuck's going on.
But if you have the option.
Mommy's laying down and getting zzz, and then daddy's laying down and getting zzz, and then we went to Red Lobster. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't think it's like a traumatic thing for him if you can't get someone to watch him, but get someone to watch him and then just go do that, because the benefit isn't really there for him.
I get you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Well, I guess I kind of think of that the same way with the next one at a wedding. Because
the wedding's the trickiest one.
Yes, because okay, go ahead. You explain why for you.
Well, because it's like if they're close relatives, they know the baby. They want the baby there. Like I've realized, like having had a wedding and been to a bunch of weddings, like always when they say no kids, they mean just our kids. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah.
So you've been places where it says no kids and people still bring kids?
Yes.
That's fucked.
But
dude.
it's
fuck those people.
I'm
sorry.
sorry. The bride's sister's kids. It's
give
the
a
groom's
fuck.
brother's kids, or whatever.
Bro.
It's immediate. It's like you're gonna get married and you want your niece to be the flower girl, or you want your nephew to be the ring bearer, and you want them there even if they're not in the wedding. You're not gonna say to your brother or sister, don't bring my niece or nephew.
No, they stay there for that, and then they go with like grandma and grandpa or something, or they
For
go
the party
with
part?
The babies. Yeah, for the party part. They do the.
That's an option.
Yeah, they
Yes,
do their
yes.
job, or they do the ring thing.
Yeah.
But no, that is true. I've been to weddings too, where I'm like, or like even a party where I'm like, what the fuck? Didn't it say no kids allowed? Like, why are there like 2 kids here? And I get it. Like, you can't find a babysitter, so you come anyways. It's like, honestly, bro, we'd rather you not be here with your kids. And there's no disrespect on the kids. I have a kid now. I get it. I almost take myself out of parties, even when I get invited. I'm like, damn, I can't find a babysitter, or like, I don't want to leave my kid anywhere tonight. Like, no, like we're just not gonna go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't. It's nothing of it. So like, I don't know, man. It's just I always think about other people. Like I said with the movie theater thing. I know when I walk in, people don't know my kid. They're just gonna see a kid, same thing like the plane thing. They're just gonna be like, oh fuck, we're not gonna enjoy this. The kid's probably gonna cry or something. They just have that idea, not really knowing, but that's usually what happens. Same thing with that at a wedding. Like, they're gonna see a kid and be like, oh man. And not only that, to the kid, but to the parents as well. I'm gonna say this, and it's fucking unpopular opinion if you want to say it. But yeah, dude, even if they say your kid's allowed to come, take your kid to like a babysitter or something. You know what I'm saying? Don't bring your kid, because you're not gonna have fun. You're not gonna be the fun one. Even if she takes care of him while you go get drunk, or he takes care of him while she go gets drunk. Whatever it is, you guys aren't all both gonna have fun. No one's gonna really want to hang out with you because you're not gonna be the party table. They all know you have like a time limit to go home. So if you have the option to not bring your kid, or you can,
Yeah, you're just gonna have more fun.
just don't bring him.
Yeah.
Find a babysitter.
You will have more fun.
You will have more fun. And it's no shitting on the kids. And you know what? I'm not going to lie. My first time I went to a wedding, and we took Oliver. But luckily this one was more where I was like, I don't really feel like drinking tonight, and like let's just take him. He'll be our reason why we get to go home early. And it was perfect.
You get that option, yeah.
Yes. But like I'm just saying, if you plan on going out and having a good time at a wedding and the option is you can bring your kids or don't bring your kids, man. Have fun for the night.
If you're wanting to, yeah.
If you're wanting to, yes.
Yeah,
But
but then now you have that play of like,
yes.
I don't really want to go to this wedding, so we have to take the kids so that we can leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Nice little tool.
And everyone can think like they're probably lying, but I'm not going to second guess it because if he is really feeling sick, I'm going to feel like a piece of shit if I make him stay here.
Exactly.
So it doesn't matter. When it comes to kids, they're a dope scapegoat, and I fucking love it. Kids are the greatest scapegoat.
The best.
That's the title of the episode.
That's their whole thing.
But no, going back to the wedding thing though, it was funny because we were there. I was at the bar of the wedding getting a drink, and she handed the baby to me, and I looked around and I was like, wait, were we even allowed to bring kids here? I didn't even look at the invitation to think about that. It was the first time that I had gone somewhere where I was like, is he allowed to be here? Because we're not used to that. We don't have a kid before, so we could just go anywhere we want. Same thing with like when we recently went to like the Dodger Padre game. I was like, Uber's no longer an option for us. They don't have car seats in them. You know what I'm saying? So now to go to the stadium with him, we'd have to drive him down there. Right? Or how do you guys deal with that?
We've taken Ubers with car seats like in major cities.
How do you do that?
I
Do you
think it's
carry
an option.
you carry the car seat around?
No, like you can. The first time we went to New York, we saw that Uber offered like a you could choose one with a kid seat, and then the kid seat that they carried, it was like a leather. It was a booster with a back kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like you couldn't have a baby in there. But if your kid was in an upright, you can get away with, especially with the slow ass city driving.
No, yeah.
You can get away with like that upright. And the brand was called like Emigo or something. Oh. And it was like this foldable leather thing. And we had them for the longest time. They were like our backup things. We would take them to travel because then we didn't have to call because they were so easy to take around.
Yeah.
We would just travel with them and then call any Uber instead of waiting for a special one with that seat.
So this was Uber or Lyft or both? Or who'd you do it with?
Could be both, but I want to say Uber.
Okay. See, and my dumbass, I didn't even try to look. I just assumed Uber wouldn't have like a car seat option. So like when we got there, we had to park near the stadium. We drove back to the hotel. Like we just drove everywhere because we were like, well, he has to go with us everywhere. We're not, you know what I'm saying? Like we have nowhere to leave him to babysit. Like we're out with him. Like that's just our life now. Like we're on a vacation with the baby.
That's why when he's this small, like the stroller car seat combo is good.
Yeah, we're getting one of those soon.
Yeah. The
one we have is too bougie. It's just for looks, dude. It's nice. It's really big. It's cool to have at home, go on walks around the neighborhood and stuff, but
which one is it?
It's that like it looks like a fucking baby carriage. You can lay it flat. It can be like this big thing and has like a big umbrella over it. You can tilt it forward so you can sit forward. There's straps in the back to make it like so we can have like an area where you can sit or you can just lay flat. Like it's all this crazy shit. But it's not one of those ones like it's a car seat that you can click that in and drive off with that or whatever. You take that off and you can take that in the store. Like it's not one of those. But yeah. So fuck, what were we talking about with the kid? Car seat. Oh yeah, let me ask you this. So do you know the rule when I can make my kid face forward?
It's a height and weight thing.
Okay, do you follow it?
Yeah.
You do? Okay.
Yeah, pretty close.
Because if I'm not mistaken,
if I'm off, it's not.
Like let me tell you this. So right now, I believe I looked in the law is the kid has to be 25 pounds as well as he has he has to be 1 year old. My kid's like 27 right now. He's like 11 months old. Would I be wrong to turn him around too early? No. Because I kind of want to do it because he's at the point where like
he's big enough.
He's huge, dude.
And I think that's the more important metric is like the size of the baby and the way they're facing.
If I'm not mistaken, like a couple years back, it used to be one or the other. Either he had to be a certain weight or he had to at least be one. Now it's the weight and the age. So but I'm saying like if he's clearly
probably because they want to make sure that
and that makes sense
big enough,
like law wise, yes, that makes sense. Yes,
yeah. But I would say like given all that information, I think you're fine. Okay. I don't think you're a bad dad for being like 11 months.
Well, because the other day my girl brought the baby home and the car seat was facing forward, and I was like livid, dude. I was pissed.
Well, that's okay too.
I clearly overreacted.
Yeah. That's okay too because you need those. You know what I mean? You need those moments of like, what the fuck are you doing? I never do this. And then next week you're gonna like be halfway to the store and realize like you didn't strap him in.
No, I should have held it in, bagged it. Later on when she freaks out on me on something, I could be like, oh yeah, well what about that time you brought the baby back and he was fucking face forward? Who said you could do that? Did you talk to me about that? He's clearly way too small. He's not
at him and call the cops, bitch.
What the fuck? Yeah. You're gonna get mad about me?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Stupid.
You put our kid through that? No. I was going to hold on. That's terrible, dude. Yeah. Nah, I'm retarded. By then I'll be like, there was something I was mad about you before, and I can't remember what it was, but there was something you did with Oliver, and I didn't agree with it.
And I'm pissed.
But I can't remember what it is. But you did do something one time, and that's not fucking fair that you get mad at me just because I did this one thing one time.
Yeah. I would say, not just because I like her more than I like you.
You always say this, you piece of shit.
But he can be forward.
We need to have a bro code session.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, just be nicer.
How are you always taking her side?
She's so much cooler.
She's a girl.
She's a fucking girl, dude.
Fuck out of here. Can we take a break?
Yeah, we just took a break.
And then real quick before we go, I got to show you these videos. So like we said, it's graduation season. So shout out to all the graduates, high school, college, all them. Before we go, we want to give a shout out to them. So
you're gonna do great.
You guys are gonna be fine, dude. Just fucking
nothing hard is ever gonna happen.
You guys have OnlyFans now, so worst comes to worst, like you'll be good, dude.
You're gonna be great.
You'll be great. So these are just some videos of some recent graduates, and before they leave, they want to say what they want it to be when they grow up. So let's check it out.
I want to be pregnant.
The build up to play it again. Play it again for me. You can cut this out if you want, but I want to see it.
So it says, what do you want to be when you grow up? The kids go up on stage and they say what they want to be.
I want to be pregnant.
And it just cuts? Like you don't even get to hear how the crowd reacted?
Okay, I'm pretty sure it was the parents that recorded this. So they cut it right when they were like,
oh fuck.
Oh, yeah. Like, they didn't even let a second go by that what was going to follow with that.
Hey, but that, dude, what is she, maybe a kindergartner?
Kindergarten, probably going into first grade, yeah.
Yeah, it's so innocent.
It is.
She wants to be a mommy, you know what I mean? But she it's just so funny. Like her delivery is so good.
Exactly.
I want to be pregnant.
Bro. This one's my favorite. And sadly, the kid doesn't announce it. They announce it for him. But, bro, okay, you just got to, let me see. All right.
This is your favorite?
Yes. Sorry.
Cadence wants to be a gas station worker.
So they said Caden wants to be a gas station worker.
And the family went, oh, God.
The family knew this was coming, I'm pretty sure, because they die laughing. Hold on.
Cadence wants to be a gas station worker.
That's good, dude.
Dude, I love when kids are just being themselves and they don't know what they're doing. Like that kid walked on stage with like, hell, I want to be a gas station worker. Like he didn't think it was funny. He didn't do it to be funny. Like he was just like, no, that looks fun. They get to hang out with all the sodas and the ices and the candies.
In his mind, they're all just like, fuck yeah. Yeah, kid, you did it. You're going to be the best one.
Bro, kids are hilarious.
We're all gas station worker fans, and you're going to be a great one.
You know what? I'll see if I can put this in or not. But like I have friends and their kid, real quick before we go, their kid, he had to do like career day at his school like a couple months back. And like they have 3 boys. The 2 older ones went as like football players because they want to be a football player when they grow up, and the youngest went as a Chick-fil-A manager from Phoenix. It said specifically Phoenix, Arizona, regional manager of Chick-fil-A. And he had like a little white button up with a tie. And he had like the little clip-on Chick-fil-A thing. He had his hair slicked. He had glasses.
Just walked around going, "My pleasure."
He had a notepad.
My pleasure.
Dude, it was the funniest thing. And they're so cool. I'm pretty sure I can keep it in, but
That's dope.
dude, kids are just like, especially kids like that. Like that kid's gonna be like a comedian, or he's gonna be like the funniest kid in his
Or
class.
just chill.
Or but the fact that like kids think that, because of course kids are gonna think like, oh, a cop or a firefighter or a doctor.
Sure.
And then like there's that one kid like, I want to be a gas station attendant. Like, I want to work at a car wash.
Yeah.
Like,
I like when I like when I go buy a Gatorade. I like the guy that says, "Okay, you can buy the Gatorade."
okay.
I want to do that. It's like,
Dude, I fucking love kids, dude. But yeah, so shout out to all the graduates of 2024, right?
right.
That's crazy, dude. There's
It is
2024
crazy.
graduates. Ew, that's gross.
No kids. We're almost dead.
No kids listen to this. Shout out to the parents of graduates of 2024. How about that? Good job, guys.
Congratulations.
You guys did it. Way to go.
Take a little time off for yourself. They're gone. You're going to be sad for the next,
Way to go, parents.
8 to 12 months. But after that, it's got to be smooth sailing, right? They're
Right?
gone.
I'm pretty sure at this,
You get to day drink and
imagine the parents that this is like their last kid, last one out of the house. Done. Sheesh. That's crazy. Yeah, guys, thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Solving the Pod. I'm your host, Jordan, with my chode host, Emil Shai, the Grizzly Bear himself. Guys, make sure you guys go to the YouTube, check it out, subscribe, like, check it out. I updated everything, so everything's now the slobs on the pod. Everything has an S at the end of slob. I changed all the profile pictures, so if you go to our TikTok, if you go to our YouTube, if you go to Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, all the new logos that are up. Shout out to Sebastian Leon for doing our pictures for us. Hit him up if you guys need anything. Shout out to him for having doing the intro for us. I don't know if you saw last episode, I put the intro in there. I snuck it in there. In the beginning.
did?
I did.
I didn't see it.
I put the Liquid IV ad, then I put the intro.
Oh, no.
Yeah, dude. So check it out. Make sure you guys check out recent episode 122. That's where I put the intro in. So shout out Sebas for putting that together for us. What else? Make sure you guys follow us if you guys want to follow us at our personals at Jornatondo_comedy and at Emil Comedy on Instagram. We have TikTok too as well. Like I said, I just made it. I'm putting up new clips and I thought about it. I don't want Instagram. If you guys look at our page, it's very like structured, like after, I post a reel of episode 122, the next post is going to be 123, and that's it. It's just going to go numerically like that. On our TikTok, it's just a random montage of clips. So I'm going to continue making clips from past episodes. I'm going to throw them on there. Really funny ones that I just didn't post on Instagram. So if you guys go check out the TikTok, follow it. I'm going to post way more clips on that. We're already getting like flagged for a lot of stuff we say. So dude, TikTok is so tough, bro. I'm going to have to like surgically go in there and like bleep out stuff, put tape over our mouths when we say things, all that shit, dude. It's crazy. But check it out, guys. We're definitely going to keep posting more clips on that. They won't take us down unless they physically take us down again. I don't know what we're going to do. I guess
They won't take us down again unless they take us down again.
There you go. That's what I meant to say. But yeah, guys, just follow it in case, you guys catch all the good stuff before they take it down. Go to the YouTube. Numbers are rising. It's all good. We're still chugging along. I love you, Emil.
I love you. I love you.
I love you.
Love you.
Love
you.
Anything you want to say before we go?
Jordan!